Hey there, it's Dr. Tiffany. Yesterday I sent you a recipe for tasty taco meat, and I made the recipe because it was Taco Tuesday, so hey, gotta make some tacos. So I want to show you how easy it is to make this recipe. So let's go. Alright, so we're going to be using the crock pot. So as you can see, this is my crock pot. This is a 7-quart because I like to make enough food in my crock pot to last for several days. So I got a pretty big one. It's not an automatic shut off though, so that was the trade-off. I got the larger one, but it doesn't have the automatic shut off. I'm gonna have to look and see if I can find one that has that, but for now, this one is doing an awesome job. Okay, so as you see here, this is my ground turkey that's already been browned. You can see it's still a little bit frozen because if you read the article, the blog post, you know that I typically pre-cook my meat and then freeze it so that it's ready whenever I'm ready to make something. So this is 2 pounds of ground turkey, and it has garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of lemon pepper in it, and that's just what I seasoned it with. Those are my base seasonings that I use so that my meat is ready whenever I want to use it. So I actually cooked this meat up on, I think it was April 7th, so this is exactly a week later, and I'm using it for tacos. You saw from the recipe that the 2 ingredients you really need are some mild salsa, and you can see that's my Kroger brand, so nothing fancy. And then I like the Old El Paso taco seasoning, so that's why that's what I put in the recipe. But you can use any taco seasoning. You can even make your own taco seasoning if you want to. But over here in we need to do it quickly land, we get the mix already made. So Old El Paso is the one we go with. So you just want to use this entire jar, and this is a 16-ounce jar. Yeah, you can see it on the side. 16-ounce jar of thick and chunky salsa, and it's mild, and then we're going to use the entire packet of the seasoning. I have mixed in the salsa and the taco seasoning, and so this is what it looks like. Do not be worried if you use frozen meat, and when you break it down, if it's not all the way thawed, if it doesn't look like there's a lot of meat in there. This is 2 pounds of ground turkey, and what's going to happen is that over the time that it's cooking, this meat is going to break down, and it's going to make a really good amount of meat. So 2 pounds I think is really good for, I would say, 3 to 4 member families if you have moderate eaters. If you are thinking that you might need a little more, you may want to double this recipe, and so then you just double everything. So if you had 2 pounds of ground turkey, then you would have 4 pounds of ground turkey, 2 jars of salsa, and 2 packets of the seasoning, and that would really give you a lot if you want to have it for a little bit. So this is what we're looking like right now. I'm going to put the top on it, and then we are going to turn this on high. And we're going to cook this for about I say usually 4 hours is your sweet spot. So you could probably check it in about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and test it and see what you think. So that is it. That is how quick it is to put this meat on. And then you can pair it with hard tacos. You can pair it with soft tacos, tortillas, cheese, whatever toppings you want. But yep, I just wanted to show you how quick it was. Okay, so that's literally how fast it was to put this taco meat together. Like I said, you're going to keep it in the crock pot on high for about 3 to 4 hours, and you can test it, I say, like at 3 hours to see if you like how it's looking. If it looks good to you, go ahead and finish. If you think it needs a little bit more time, keep it in there for the full 4 hours. And yeah, it's going to be tasty, delicious, very flavorful. It's going to remind you of the taco meat that you get when you're out in a restaurant. And that's one of the things that was missing for me when I was making tacos at home. It just didn't taste like a taco I would eat if I was eating takeout. So this recipe really reminds me of takeout. It's really flavorful and very filling. So hope you enjoy it, and thanks so much for watching this quick tutorial video.